In Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby is the man, and Evgeny Malkin is the man. They got a lot of men. I'm Kevin Dupont for Globe 10.0, here with Chad Finn. Most of it is Sid the Kid. We hear it all the time. He's been a terrific player from first shift, not unlike Mario Lemieux. Is he the best player in the world?
I think he is, although his buddy there on the Penguins has a pretty good argument too when Malkin's completely healthy. Also, I think number 47 for the Bruins, Mr.
Okay, wow. You really bumped him up fast.
I'm making a leap there.
We do that here. We'll knock him down the next week.
All facetiousness aside, though, yeah, the Pittsburgh star power is pretty remarkable. And you just look down the names of the guys in that roster and what they've accomplished. It makes you realize what kind of a task the Bruins have at hand here.
Yeah. I put Malkin. I put Malkin right there with Crosby. I think Crosby is the more developed player, makes his line mates better. But I don't think it's a small discussion. You've got to get other people in the discussion. You've got to put Ovechkin in the discussion. Pavel Datsyuk, which he's never gotten his credit. If you just look at player on player. He's tremendous. Jonathan Toews in Chicago is another great player.
Even with his hiccups earlier in this series.
Right, even with his hiccups. And he's an example of a player now who's been, takes a licking, keeps on ticking. But I think Toews has been somewhat worn down here by Detroit. So there's 5 or 6 players, and really you could take any one of them home and be happy. The discussion that's always interesting in the NHL, I say, is the whole MVP thing versus who the best player is. And frankly, I think the way the game is played and the way the game's been dominated, you almost go to a separate category with the goaltenders because the goaltender's always the most important player.
Right, it can change everything.
Right, and that could be the truth in this series. When all is said and done, I think this series really could boil down not to so much the Crosby star power, is who ended up with the better goaltending here between Vokoun and Rask. And if you're a Bruins fan, that's where you want the series to go.